Hello guys, welcome to the webinar on mold design. I am going to talk on injection molding process and what are the career opportunities, skills required for the mold designers, mold tools. Uh, and basically we design the part based on the DFM concept and DFA, design for manufacturing and design for assembly. And what are the guidelines required to design the basic part? What are the calculations required to make an injection mold design? And I will show the designs. What are the calculation we need to take up before starting the mold designs? And I will show the one checklist regarding the part review and assembly consideration and mold concerns. And these are the theory part. And after that, the second session of the webinar will be on SolidWorks molding wizard intro on the 3D model. And I will show some 8 cavity mold tools and just for your visualization how the mold will be. And I am not going to design now. I am just going to teach you what are the things involved in the mold designs. 3D model I will show you. And second one, how to core and cavity extraction of the fan bezel component and DFM study on the another door handle part. So now I am proceeding with career opportunities. Why? Basically, fresh mechanical engineers or the people who are in the production field, why they want to learn the mold design course. First, for the fresher point of view, getting into the core field, we need to learn some skills, narrow skills. Basically, the people that mold design, they will tell that, but what they will do usually is they will do the 2D work and work. So this is not a perfect design. Design means we need to know the not only the 3D software. We need to know how the material have to be selected. What are the process? Some kind of innovation will be there. And of course, the mold design have a lot of thinking ideas. We need to learn in that things. Of course, in the 4 years of studies, nobody will teach about the mold designs, anything about tool design process. After mechanical engineer, we need to do some courses on mold designers, some kind of specific courses we need to learn. Usually the people will teach strength of materials, fluid mechanics, and this and all won't be useful to get the job in outside. So into the design field, the production people, some people will work in quality and some people will production field. Don't think that this will be the entire career. If you want to move into design, you need to add up some kind of skills these kind of skills we need to learn. And the people who are in design field, to become a good product designer, we need this kind of skills required. And for mold designers, there are plenty of opportunity for in foreign. Say example in Singapore, Thailand, and all, they are the number one. In China also, they are the number one in molding field. And to start up your own business, you need to learn this kind of things. And what are the skills basically required for the mold design engineers? Injection molding experience, how the plastics molded. We need to get into the shop, kind of visit into the molding shop, so that you will know the idea how the day-to-day basis we are seeing the multiple pots in our home, and while traveling we can see the plenty of plastic pots. We are seeing that, but we don't know how they are ejecting, how they are molding the pot, but we don't know. There are a lot of process stages involved in getting the plastic product, from the starting product design and the DFM and the molding and the mold designs and CAM involving the things, manufacturing in the CNC machine, then assembling the part, then the whole mold tool. Hello, Surya.
Hey Pradeep, yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, you're hearing, right?
Actually, I think.
Excuse me, ma'am. Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am, I am not hearing the voice
I
properly of
understand.
yours.
I understand. Give me like a minute. Give me a minute, please.
Okay.
So, Pradeep, can you please
Yeah,
connect the
yeah, yeah,
voice
yeah,
button?
yeah.
Yeah, okay then. Yeah. Thank you.
Hello,
Yes, Pradeep.
hearing right?
Yes, now it's like perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay then. Thank you.
And uh, what I am starting is injection molding experience we need, right? And mold making process experience. Mold making, some tool makers will do that mold making, how the core and cavity is assembling, slider is assembling, this and all the process involved in the tool room activities. And plastic pot design experience. Plastic pot design experience is nothing but how the plastic has been designed from the B surface to A surface. This on the product, how the bosses has been mounted on the plastic pots. These are the stages I will teach you in the later by in this seminar. And understand the design for manufacturing. These also I will teach you the in the upcoming slide. A person with these qualities is a unique position to achieve the successful mold design. These are the qualities basically required for the mold design engineers. These are the industries using injection molded pots. From medical, we are using PC, and nylon is the consumer product. And here in the middle you can see the over molding process. Basically it is a two kind of plastic material molded on the same single plastic pot. You can see the plastic brush, you can see the daily brush you are teething the your things, no, that is over molding process. And right side you can see the insert molding process. There some kind of brass inserts are molded on the plastic pots in order to fit into the other pot. These and all everything will comes under the single molding process. It is not by secondary operation. In the brass insert and the plastic components will be ejected at the time only. On the left side you can see the automotive pot. It is a complex pot where you can see the side holes. It will be taken through the sliders. I will teach you what is sliders and undercuts everything. On the right side if you can see the two kind of material, the same kind of over molding what I am showing here. This is kind of some kind of remote using for the cranes operations, where you can see the buttons. Everything it is assembled after the molding, this kind of buttons and all. But this sandal and black color it's showing in the single molded pot. And this is one of the complex molding pots where you can see the lots of holes in the sides. This and all it can be taken through the sliders. And this is the dash panel you can see in the core. These all are injection molded pots. This is the sheet belt where it can some kind of metal pot is inserted into the molding. This and all it is in a single process, not in a secondary operations. This is the final product of a, this is the sample final product of a combination of casted pot and injection molded and silicon compression molding. See, this kind of the bottom is a casted pot and the top panel is an injection molded pot, and these are the compression molding pot where the keypads and the remote button you can see all are by the silicon rubber compression molding, where the top panel is the injection molded pot, bottom is the casted pot. We are talking mainly on the injection molded pot, right? Where you can see this is the visible surface. Whatever you are seeing here, it is a visible surface. It will be molded by cavity, and what are the seeing inside this one is will be core. And now we are going into the injection molding process. Basically, the plastics will be derived into two kinds: thermoplastic and thermosets, which all are derived from the polymers. From the polymers, the rubbers and adhesive will be there, textile and paints will be there. The process of polymerization the monomers is called polymers. And the thermoplastic and thermosets can be we are using in compression molding, and thermoplastic we are doing in injection molding process. Now I am teaching about mold layout in the injection molding, and whatever you are seeing here, rear of the mold is the cavity one, and this is the molding is a component, plastic component, and whatever you are seeing in the front of is the fixed off. That means cavity is the fixed off, and the injection cylinders will be there. This is the overall tie bar will be there for actuation of for guiding of the platens for the fixed and movable platen. What is the mold height adjustment? What is mean by shut height? Shut height means from base of the fixed platen to the top of the moving platen. This will be the shut height. The shut height can be varied depending upon the plastic height. And this is the injection cylinder. In the this will be different. This will be one kind. This will be in the injection cylinder. It will be fixed into the ram. This will be this will be lot of internal components. No need to think more on these things. We will feed the plastic material in here. There will polymerization will happen. There will be a meltization will happen. Then the plastic material pellets will be converted into the feed material. From here, this through this it will go into this one. Mold of here there will be a cavity of will be fixed off. Through this bush, the plastic will enter into here. From the plastic material, it will be covering here. And this is the cycle time for a normal injection molding. First, initially first step will be mold closing. Mold closing. After the mold closing, the injection will taken place. After the injection, there will be holding period. Usually, they will call it as packing. The packing means after injection there will be a hold for certain period of time. So in order to get plastic will get rigid. So it will fill the entire cavity, the entire impression in the molding. It will be it will be certain period of time. Once the gate has frozen, the cooling period will start. This is the maximum period of the entire cycle. The cooling period, it takes the maximum period in order to cool the complete mold, in order to get the plastic into a solid component. Once the cooling has been finished, the mold has been opened. Once the mold has been opened, and the ejection will be taken place. So this is the stages involved, followed from mold closing, injection stroke, and the packing period, cooling period, mold opening, and ejection methods. These are the basic idea of the cycle time calculations.
Excuse me, sir.
Hello.
Hello, Pradeep.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were disturbance, that's why. So, hello?
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear some music in the background.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, it's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Now I am going to tell on mold tools. How the mold tools construction. Now we get into the mold tools. What is mold tools and what are the components involved in the mold tools? First, this is the locating ring, and the locating ring is useful for aligning the mold, aligning the complete mold into the injection molding machine. This is the aligning the center of the injection molding machine and the molding tools. This is the component is used for aligning purpose. And what you are seeing in the top of front plate is called as the cavity back plate, where here we can fix the, hello, excuse me, hello, Hello?
Pradeep, I can hear you. You can ask
Yeah.
it.
Can you see my cursor on the screen?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, bye. Yeah, in the front plate, we usually call it as cavity back plate. Here we will fix the annotation.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Here we will fix the screw bush component, and here, hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. You can just continue. You can
Yeah.
continue.
Here we will fix the screw bush, and here the plastic will fill into this one. And this is the where you can see here the split line. This is the potting surface between the core and cavity. Where the core and cavity separates, that is called a split line. And this is the rear cavity plate. Here rear cavity plate is not there. This is the core plate. This is the core plate, and here you can see the inserts for the plastic components. And here it is the moving of ejector component. This and all I will show you in the later slides. This is the two plate component drawing view. If you see the sectional view, this will be like this one. And if you see this one, this is the return pin. Return pin is the purpose of the return pin is return the after ejecting, the core will be in the front side. In order to return the core to the back position, the return pin will be helpful to retain the core into the original position. And here if you see here plan view, if you see here, there will be a two cavity will be there, left and right side will be there for this component. And this is the runner one. For calculating the runner, we need these calculations. How much length we required to fill the cavity from the sprue to the length is from the sprue to the impression for the cavity. And this is the weight. Nothing but weight of the component. For if you mold the pot, we can calculate the weight by using the 3D model. And 3.7. This is the dia for the calculating the runner one. There are different kinds of runner involved. Trapezoidal runner is the usually we prefer because it having the drafted surface, easy to eject the runner one. And this is the gating. Gating means it's filling the plastic. Filling the plastic from the runner to the cavity. So there are different kinds of gate types are there. Depends on the application, depends on the production and the components required. We can choose the type of gate. First, what you can see here, top is edge gate, and this is the edge gate. Edge gate is normally using for the rectangular kind of pots, and the sprue gate. Sprue gate is the best for the sprue gate. What you can see in the bucket, backside of bucket, you can see the mark, right? That is called a sprue gate. But all these kind of gates and all, we can see the marks. What you can see here, the bottom left side, it is a submarine gate. You can see the very little mark only, but it won't require a secondary operation. But all other things, whatever in the top side, it require the secondary operation. After the ejection, some person has to be cut the gate to separate the feed system from the plastic component. But what you can see here, submarine gate and the pinpoint gate, while ejecting only the feed system gets separated from the plastic component. And the pinpoint gate is using majorly on the three-plate mold. Three-plate mold means there won't be any feed system connected with the plastic pot. Once while separating only the feed gets separated from the pot. While ejecting only, the feed system gets separated from the plastic part.